but thanks for noticing. Bobs are once in a lifetime.
I love that.
This video and all content is made possible by our Patreon subscribers. For $3 a month, you can help keep the lights on here at From North to Wharf. Thank you for your ongoing support. And if you would like your own From North to Wharf merchandise, head to fromnorthtowharf.threadless.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial one-stop destination for bento box and for hold on, time out. Little jet lagged. I messed up the intro. Let's take that again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I am Mike.
And I'm JB. Hey, everybody.
Oh, hello, everyone. I don't know about you, but I am jet lagged.
I was about to say, how many hours off is it from there to here?
It's about 6 hours.
Okay, so forwards or backwards?
Forwards. So I was out there
So
by our buddy Sam.
it's 2 in the morning for you.
Yeah, right now it's about 2 in the morning. I am dragging ass. Hello Yahoo. Hello Marlena. Hello Homer. Hello. Hey RVA. Hey JZG. How's everybody doing?
Everyone's chiming in.
Oh,
Yeah, I know Marlena.
Marlena.
Sorry, I was feeling all kinds of just awful last week.
Yeah, so Jesus Christ, the lag on my end is insane. I'm getting a new computer, so hopefully that'll
Are
help.
you?
Yeah, hopefully that'll help fix the issues that I'm seeing on my end at least. Yeah, getting a fancy new computer. Hey Cello. Okay.
What's the new computer you're gonna get? Another MacBook?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think if I'm gonna get another one, it would be that.
It's going to be a MacBook Air. I'm deciding between the M2 or the M4. The M4 is the one that just came out. And the M2 is
2 years ago.
About 2 years ago, but it does everything I need it to, and it's about $200 cheaper.
Yeah, I did the same thing with my MacBook. I was like, with my iPad, I was like, I could get the newest one, but it was like a $400 difference, or I could have like last year's model. And I was like, last year's is fine. I think the next time around, because they seem to last for about 5 to 6 years. I think once the updates stop happening for it, like my Air did, I think I'll just go all in next time and just give me the Pro, and that'll be my PC and my tablet.
Well, that's the issue I'm running into now. Is my laptop is a 2013, so it is long been out of commission as far as like updates go. So I can't even update to the newest OS.
Yeah, that's what was happening with my Air. They're like, yeah, no more updates.
Yeah. So usually the computers are good for about 5 to 6 years. So I am well overdue for a new one. So we shall see. I was talking to our friend, the Bobist, big computer guy, and he was able to walk me through what I should be looking for in between the two models, which one would work best for what I needed. So shout out to the Bobbis. I know he's not here in chat, but shout out to the Bobbis to help me with that. JCG finally got a new TV. It's amazing seeing the shows colors are supposed to be. Oh, JCG, hope your arm's doing well.
Yeah, I hope it's doing well.
Your shoulder, I think it is.
You look like the Great North kid who broke his arm. Hairline fracture, though.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Like I said, I am so tired. For those of you who don't know, I was in Amsterdam for a week. If you were following our page, you saw Linda's travels through the Netherlands, and you saw all our sticker slaps.
Yeah.
All over in
you painted the town red.
I did. And then what sucks is I went to the Museum of Street Art where I had stuff like Banksy stuff was there, Shepard Fairey, a bunch of other great artists, and they had a whole wall of stickers, and I left my stickers that particular day. I left my stickers at the hotel, so I wasn't able to put one up.
Your boy sacrificed all the germs and slapped one up on the gum wall. Everyone literally put my gum on the back and slapped it on it.
It's so gross.
Yeah, literally, I've never seen Lauren more grossed out. Besides like child boogers, that was probably it too for her. But yeah, the gum wall. She's like, "Why are we here?" And I was like, "It's a thing. You just come and you see it." And she's like, "This is disgusting."
It's so gross. When I went there were bees everywhere.
Yeah, there were.
Let's see. My 13-year-old desktop is finally starting to crap out. I haven't looked for myself. I'll bet. Yeah, like I said, I can't afford a more like one of the big boy Macs.
No, those are.
It was like $1,200, $1,400.
They're a lot.
But I just need a fancy new MacBook Pro.
I mean, the one I had in college was like the white clamshell one.
Same.
And that thing lasted forever. And then it finally crapped out.
And then I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but this is. Hold on, let me pull this around. This is my charging cord, frayed.
Whoa.
Frayed.
Oh.
Frayed.
That is definitely not factory grade.
No, there was about 4 other frays. I mean, this thing definitely has served me well. Like I said, it's a 2013. But yeah, I got nothing.
And I'll be slapping stickers in Hawaii next.
Yes, in May, right?
May. We'll hit 2 islands. We'll be on 2 islands over there.
What's bringing you to Hawaii?
It's our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Hey, all right. I don't hit my 10 until 2 years from now.
Okay.
But the plan is Japan.
Yeah, that would be mine. I think it's growing on her right now. A lot of her friends have gone, and she's like, "Oh, this seems really cool." And it's like, yes. I think Hawaii is like the plane trip to kind of get her ready for Japan. Hawaii
is essentially halfway.
You just keep going. Why it's the baby step.
You just keep going. Just tell her you're going to Hawaii, and then when she realizes you're flying over the islands,
if she wakes up, she's like, "Are we there yet?" Be like, "No, not yet."
Domo arigato. We're in Japan.
Surprise.
PC. It's my third since 2020 expected to replace. So get a Mac.
Yeah, PCs you end up replacing a lot more, it seems.
Boo PC. I am an Apple man. Oh, okay. A couple things off the bat. If you're a Patreon member at the $10 level, like JZG, apologies. When I uploaded the Anthony Gio and Nick Mondernock interview, I realized that I uploaded the corrupted file and it only uploaded 4 minutes worth. So I have found the correct file. It's currently being uploaded to our YouTube channel now, so you can check that out there. But going forward, I think what I'll do is I will make the Patreon exclusive content. I will put that on our YouTube channel, but it'll be an unlisted video that only the paying members will have listed. Because right now, Patreon isn't uploading the way we want it to. So until I figure that out, we'll do unlisted videos on YouTube that you'll get links to. So,
okay.
So it's being a little screwed, but we're figuring it out as we go along. Lucky we're only a month in, so we haven't fucked this up too much, but we're gonna figure it out. I promise.
Yeah, we will get through these hiccups.
Yes. But yeah, and then we miss an upload last week because, again, JB was sick. I was in Amsterdam, but we do have more content to put up. JB has his Wagstaff staff tier list. I have to re-record mine because the audio fucked up. So, Devil Horns.
What's up, Devil Horns?
How the hell are you? I was just on your side of the map last week.
How was it, Mike? Did you fly over the Gulf of America?
No.
You missed it. You just missed it.
We well, I'm in Florida, so I'm right next to it, Gulf of USA. But no, I flew from Orlando to New York, New York to Amsterdam, and then on our way back Amsterdam to Orlando. JZG says my big trip is San Diego in July, where we will see you.
We will see you
at San Diego Comic-Con. JZG, I believe you are, but if you're not following the Wiggle Room on Instagram, you need to do that because they are going private for security reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you follow them. Otherwise, you'll miss out on something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something.
Let's see how. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's all the news as far as non-show stuff goes.
Yeah, well, who came up with the Sesame Street bit with Bert and Ernie? Because they deserve a credit.
Oh shit. Yeah, who was that? Somebody compared us to Bert and Ernie, and we were trying to figure out who. I think it was Christine, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. JB's been hard at work on creating that mental image into something tangible.
I have a art piece that'll probably come out, I'm hoping Friday, for Fan Art Fridays.
Let's see how fun Amsterdam. Hope it was great. It was great. Yeah. Great food, great sights. A bit too much weed. Amsterdam needs to calm the hell down. 7 a.m. is a little bit too early. I'll say that. But it was cool. Saw the red light district. That was what it was. Excuse me. We should get to know the date of the Bob's Burgers panel for this year. So
we already know.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's always Friday.
Yeah. And then they usually do their cast dinner afterwards.
Yep.
We're just hoping that if our meetup is at lunchtime, maybe they'll pop in for a burger or something.
Yeah, that's the plan. We'd love to come to a Comic-Con in this U.S. You let us know where you're going, Devil, and yeah, we'll meet up. There's New York Comic-Con, which seems to be very easy to get into.
Yep.
But if you're looking for Bob stuff, San Diego's the one to go to, obviously, but it's kind of hard to get in. But ask JZG because she's going to San Diego for the first time. Yeah. And she can let you know how hard it is to get tickets and stuff. We should also get to find out the date for the Great North panel. It's the same day as Bob's Burgers.
Same day. It's the same. Pretty much a lot of the cast is the same. So
they go back to back.
They go back to back
on Fridays. Did Linda enjoy her trip? She enjoyed herself. We brought her to there's this not amusement park, but like a little attraction that is essentially all of, I think it's Amsterdam, or maybe it's just the Netherlands in general, in miniature form. So I was able to bring Linda, and it looked all fun. But yeah, she enjoyed herself. Didn't find a Dutch baby, but yeah, maybe
that's
those
weird. It's where they didn't have one.
There were plenty of Dutch babies, but I didn't find a Dutch baby. Maybe it's not a thing out there. They did have a lot of pancake places, so maybe that's a.
Well, a Dutch baby is just a regular baby, just $5,000 cheaper.
American babies are dumb as hell. Damn, I'm jealous of it. JSG, it was too much for even the most adamant of users. Yeah, we woke up at 7 a.m, walking to the train station, and they were smoking like they were cigarettes. It was too much. It was too much. And even I was like, oh yeah, cool. No, you do you, boo. But it
You
was
do you, boo. You do you.
it was so much. I longed for the clean air of like the countryside. But Amsterdam itself was fucking just a cloud.
I
of
thought
it.
you were gonna pull out the clean air of good old Tallahassee, Florida. I was like, no.
Much more so than out there. I mean, again, it wasn't dirty, but it was just the constant smell. And after like a day, is essentially like, okay, I get it. Let's see. I started getting Taylor Swift tickets in 2022. Lucky to get too bad. I got Thursday and Sunday too. No, Thursday and Thursday's dope because it's essentially the first full day of con.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff on Thursdays usually.
Yeah, and you get in early before things sell out.
Yeah.
Bobbist! Hey, bud.
There he is. He's back.
Yeah. Our friend the Bobbist. How you doing, sir? Thank you again for all your help. I didn't end up getting the computer today. I got a little more research to do. But thank you again for your help. I really appreciate you.
And Sunday has some pretty good panels. Usually it's like the season finale panels or the show finales. Like last year was like What We Do in the Shadows had their big panel on Sunday where they did their final read and stuff like that. Archer did too when it ended.
Mhm.
So a lot of times Sundays can be a good day. And a lot of people don't come on Sunday. So you can actually kind of clean up sometimes and get some good merch and gear at lower prices because people push it.
Yeah, because they're trying to get rid of inventory. So Thursday's great because you get in before the crowds and before things sell out, especially like the Todd Lamb booth, which we may or may not have him on next week. We'll see. He
seems pretty yes, but unless something happens, then it could be. But I think we'll know. Yeah. He's very adamant that he's got things to show as soon. So once I think he gets the all clear, then we'll get the thumbs up to go. So it could be next Monday. That seems to be when he thinks he'll have the all clear. So tune in if you want to see all the merchandise that could be coming. I know he said potentially WonderCon. He didn't say anything about Pride just yet, but that could be something too. And maybe some hints about what to expect at San Diego. We'll see. Yeah.
Just switch to PC. No.
We just went over this with people.
Yeah, I have an adult job. I'm not gonna get a PC, bro. iPhone, MacBook, iPad, Apple TV, AirPods, Beats, which is owned by Apple.
He's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's called brand loyalty.
They've been so nice to us for that. As we say, this podcast and all of its features and Patreon is sponsored by Apple. Go get yourself an Apple brooch.
Yeah.
It's like a watch, but it sits on your shirt.
Oh, that's another Apple Watch, bitch?
I don't have any of it except a phone and an iPad. That's it.
Toasty says, sounds like my kind of people. It was nice as all get out. The people in Amsterdam are so friendly. Love them. Too much. Well, maybe Apple drop the prices down 8%. No. You can't afford it. You don't get one. If you wanted if you want Dell prices, go buy a Dell.
I do wish they were less expensive though.
No. Then you don't need to be in the inner circle, JB. You go stay in the Acer crowd, my guy.
If only Apple had their own version of an Acer. Maybe
it's the Air.
Yeah,
it's the MacBook Air.
That's their version, yeah.
You can go get the MacBook Air, the one from 2 generations ago, which is still great for $749.
Still a lot of money.
Well, seeing that it was $1099.
Yeah. My iPad was less than that.
It's an iPad, JP. An iPad and a computer are two different things, though.
Yeah.
I could get a new iPad for like $500. So, listen, we're over here making bad financial decisions. It doesn't matter, baby.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of bad financial decisions, well, not really.
Oh, did you make one too?
Can unbox something if we want.
Yeah, what you got?
I was able to snag one of those Comic-Con exclusive Coochie Copies.
The ones that we already have.
Not the one, but the Loot Crate. Or not the Loot Crate, but the Japanese one.
Oh,
pretty expensive.
Wait, is it the one that was on Macari with the bent box?
Yeah.
Okay, you were the one who bought that. All right.
I was like, why not?
Then I can't be mad then.
It still looks good. And it's a small little pad.
Yeah, it's just got a ding in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks great, though.
Yeah, that's dope.
And he wrapped it in, like... Good on him.
Jesus.
I got enough to now send something out to someone else.
Yeah, I made a purchase today, too, which I'll do an unboxing whenever that comes in.
Yeah, it looks very good.
Yeah, with the con sticker and everything.
Mm-hmm. It's not sun-baked. None of it looks good.
Is the front and the sides looking good? It's just
Everything
literally
looks
that
good.
ding in the back?
There's a little one up here, like a little crease down.
Yeah.
But, like, other than that, like, no, it's in great shape. It's just this one back here, but who cares?
Steal. $16, right?
16. Actually, I got it for 12.
Ooh.
It was like $12. I was like, maybe he'll take it for 12. He was like, sounds great. I was like, yeah.
Is it bigger than the yellow BOC coochies? BOC?
Oh, the old school ones?
Oh, the yellow box. I assume that's supposed to be box. No, I think those are roughly all the same size.
This looks about the same. The only difference is the ears. So I think the ears make the box bigger. But I think it's universally the same thing.
Take it out of the box and show us. Oh, you ain't got to do it.
It's sealed.
Take it out of the bottom.
I can't.
Oh, you coward. But no, Bobbis, there's a yellow box and a green box, and those are the same Coochie Copies.
Those are the same, just different box.
Just different boxes.
I think they came out a year apart from each other.
I bought both of them. They're the same one. They also have the giant one. Do you have the giant one yet?
I do not have the giant one. Adam does.
Next time I go to Orlando, I'll stop by Second and Charles and see if they have one.
Same thing. It's the same one.
Mm.
And this was from a yellow box.
Yeah.
I just take them out.
Does it glow? Okay, yeah.
He glows in the dark. Remember, guys, you have to push him in.
There's a button on the bottom.
Push him out, and he lights up.
I bought the green box, the yellow box, and then the large Coochie Copie, but they're just sitting in my room right now. They ain't doing nothing.
Settle down, Bobbis. Settle down. There'll be none of that.
We need the numbers, JB. We're only at 11. Whip it out. Nope.
If we get to 62, I'll definitely unbox.
There you go, folks. You heard JB. But yeah, I made a purchase today too. I will say adding to the comic collection.
Oh, good. Nice. It's been a little bit. I definitely got I need to get on that gallery one more time.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of time to get to that storage unit.
Yeah, I think she mentioned that they had them.
I think she said she went out and it wasn't in the one spot she thought it was, so she thinks it's in another spot now.
Yeah, she doesn't answer her messages all that often, which I don't fault her for. So it's probably best to go in there and just give some FaceTime.
She probably just needs to be corrected
in the kneecaps. But I think once I get that one in, I'm going to start an ongoing series on YouTube for the comic books. I keep trying to do that on Instagram, and I keep forgetting to. But I think I'm going to film it for YouTube, and that'll be an ongoing series for us. So that should be fun.
I finally did get the last of the like bundle ones.
Oh, the
yeah,
the trade paperbacks.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Christine. Hope you're doing well.
This one was a little bit trickier to find. The box exclusive one.
Yes. Does it read like a manga? So you got to read it from back to front, or is that just
no? It reads front to back.
What's the front cover?
This was just the comic book special edition.
But it's weird because the
box exclusive.
It's bound reverse.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, like, show me the front cover. See, that's the back. The binding should be on the right-hand side, like every other book.
You sure about that?
Go look at any of your other. Go. We'll wait. I'll wait.
It's the same as the cookbook. Is it just reversing the camera?
No. Show me the front. Now, where is it bound?
Here.
Yeah. Now, pull out one of your other comic books. Now, where's that one bound?
Same.
Oh, maybe it's because it is reversed. I
think it's reversed.
Maybe I still got that fucking contact high from goddamn Amsterdam.
It's probably that, actually, more than anything.
Oh, Homer, funny you mentioned Mario. Well, I didn't because I had to pack, but we had a conference call with him. Nothing serious. Yeah, we had a conference call with him. Nothing serious. We just caught up as friends. Cello, JB, how's the holiday recipe cookbook coming along?
Very good, actually.
Funny you ask, Cello. Funny you ask.
It is coming along well. I just finished off another section. 3 sections. Finished CSI Turkey, Miami. That is done. Where the giblets are displayed out, and I basically tell you what they do and why they're there and how they got there and what you can do with them, which is make gravy from them. And then we did the wishbone, history of the wishbone and why the wishbone's there, and how to dry it out and have fun with it, and where that game started. And what was the other one I just did? Oh, a family recipe one. I'm not going to give that one away, but it's a side dish.
And there won't be no vegetarian options because...
No, as Bob said, you can lie to them.
Yeah. Bob was way there.
It's all soy, grass-fed turkey bison.
Yeah. There were Bob's Burgers comic books. It ran for about a year or so. There are 16
It's original
issues.
content.
Yeah, all original content. About 3 to 5 stories every issue.
I'm actually surprised that some of them haven't made it into episodes. There's a lot of pretty good ones in there.
Yeah, I think it's more about fleshing out the idea because they're only like 5-6 pages long, and you need from what I understand, it's about 1 minute per page of content.
Yeah.
What you see, so. But yeah, I'm glad that you didn't know that, Bobus, because you're a huge Bob's fan. So that means there's a whole slew of people who don't know about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can get them edition for edition, like Mike, which there's a lot of variations and can get pretty pricey. You can go my route, which I think cost me $100 to get all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also variants of that one. So if you just want the 1 through 16 or 1 through 16 editions, you can pay like $60 and get them all. And these bound 4 issues in a set edition that Dynamite put out.
Mm-hmm.
If you want all of those editions, though, I had to do a lot of Mercari and eBay, and Amazon is what hooked me up with the bento box one because they seemed to be the only ones who had it. Then it came out to a little bit of over $100, $120 for all of it. Because there's 1, 2, 3. I think there's 8 editions. Some people will I found ones that had 3 or 4 of them together. Mm-hmm. And then I was able to get those for $20. But now it seems that people have noticed them. They're getting a little more pricey.
Yeah. No, Bob. I mean, they're purchasable in the sense that you can find them on eBay or Mercari or sites like that, but they have been long out of print before the pandemic.
I think people are starting to become more aware of them. We like to think it's because of us, but it could just be people are finally seeing that they are out there.
I like hardcovers. I like hardcover graphic novels. I might buy them tomorrow if you guys tell me where. So they're hardcovers in the sense that they're trade paperback. So it's still a paperback. So there's no hardbound comic.
If you go on Mercari right now and you put in Bob's Burgers comics, a few of the editions that I just showed off, they have the first one for $5, $7 for another one. There's the one that's a variant that's $20. There's another variant for $15. They're about $10 to $15 for the ones that I have. Some of them are more expensive. Now some of these are just going for $40 for the thing, but keep looking. You'll definitely find them for cheaper. And sometimes on eBay, you even find them in packs of 3 or 4 for $25.
The problem is when you go the route I go, where you want to buy the individual issues, and then you want the variant covers of those issues. So each issue has anywhere from 4 to like maybe even like 8 to 12 variant covers.
Yeah, like the one is just like all the different like art. It was like art show places that they did art shows at. One was like comic book shops.
Mm-hmm. And the thing that sucks is they're all the same cover. It's Gene as Beef Squatch stomping over Ocean Avenue, but the side store is different. This is about 6 of those. One's like Comic 2, whatever. So tracking those down because they're like small mom and pop shops, and finding their issues is a little hard too. And I'm a couple $100 deep at this point, but I've been collecting since they were in print. So I have a lot of the rarer ones. And since I've been collecting since like my lettuce ketchup days, I've been fortunate enough to have those harder to find issues signed by the cover artists, to include like Bernard Derriman.
That's one I need to probably bring with me this year. Is try to get Derriman to sign 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah,
because I've been able to get a few of them, particularly the covers that I like. So I'm gonna try to bring some of those. But sometimes you can find, like I was lucky enough to find someone who had. They were like, I'm just getting rid of these, and they had 4, the first 4. And they were signed by the artist. And I was like, this is cool. I'll just pick these up. I think they were $40.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was pretty dope.
So I grabbed that.
Yeah.
And then I showed Todd, and he's like, yeah, that's definitely those guys' signatures. You're good.
Yeah. It's
and
wild.
I think even you looked at them, and you're like, these seem legit.
Yeah. The one that I saw, I was like, yeah, I'm comfortable saying these are real. But it's wild. I was looking at some like the Virgin covers that I have. For those you don't know, Virgin covers are just the artwork. There's no branding or anything on it. And like I have the zombie horse one signed by Damon Wong. Mario, I have a couple of his signed pieces. The one that blew my mind that I completely forgot I had was the Bernard one.
I need to get Bernard Mario. I need to get Maggie to sign some too.
Yeah.
Worked on it.
She did one cover. And she signed that. It's cool. It's an expensive thing, like the OG Pops. But we'll see.
It's cool too because the people who worked on the show worked on the comic. It was just like if you wanted to work on it, you just asked to work on it, and that's just kind of how it got done. So it's just cool that like people who wrote the show or drew the storyboards and stuff also worked on the comics.
Speaking of Funko Pops, there is a rumor going around.
There is
of a new run of Bob's Burgers Funko Pops. We've heard the rumor.
I haven't seen any of the prototypes or any of that. I haven't seen any of that floating around.
We've seen the rumored lineup. We haven't heard from any reputable sources, including our own sources that we can go directly to and ask. We haven't heard anything about these new Pops.
And they're not really ones I would have thought. There's like 1 or 2 that I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like Calvin. But they put like I think Jimmy Jr. But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like Rudy's a little bit bigger on the chain now than Jimmy Jr. And I don't know. There's some others. I'm like, there's other ones you could do than these. I think there was 5 that they said.
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5, and I don't foresee them releasing a new line of Pops without at least one of the main family members.
Agreed.
The show's not popular enough to just be releasing side characters and think it's gonna sell other than to like the core fan base. We saw with the movie Pops, those are so readily available now. They're not like the first run of Bob's Pops. So and I think there was a canceled Luis Pop that was part of like the Disney 100 line. And we know there was a canceled run of Funko Pops that got all the way to the prototype stage as far as like drawings go. That was canceled. So don't know anything about these new ones.
And with the movie too, there was some really cool Kid Robot pins.
Canceled.
They got canceled.
Kid Robot canceled all their movie stuff.
And the figures too. The little vinyl figures was really cool. It was all the Itty Bitty Ditty Committee. and Little Bob, and they got canceled as well.
We're gonna talk about.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're 36 minutes in. You know, let's get into it.
We'll have to
pivot.
Segue.
Let's talk.
Way to keep us on
thank
track.
You, Cello. We do want to keep these things to an hour long, so thank you.
Do you not want to nerd out about comics any longer?
6 comics for $100. That's a bit steep, but I say that knowing that I spent $45 on one. So who the hell am I to tell you not to do that? Honest.
I think it just depends which 6 you got.
Yeah. If you let me know which ones you're looking at, I'll tell you if they're worth that. Okay. The Great North. We can talk about both episodes. Admittedly, I only watched last week's episode once.
I watched them twice each, so I can go.
I'll say if you want to give your thoughts on last week's episode, and then we can jump into this week's episode.
Sure. All right, so last week's episode was Silence of the Damned's Adventure. It's a nice horror. I did enjoy it extensively. I thought it was really well done, well written, and just like very, very fun with all the motifs of horror that was thrown in it. They really went all out with the little itty bitty idiosyncrasies of like horror films, like Honor the Tribute.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a cult, but that they paid tribute to this beaver who basically they slighted and took his wood from his dam, and through his lineage and line has really just sought to really just get revenge on Lone Moose. And to avoid it, they give a tribute, which is literally just a big Wicker Man looking thing of wood that they put up in the forest for it to take. But it's like interesting that the whole town knows about it. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. It's just what they do. But Honeybee knocks into the creek and doesn't know what to do. The beaver gets angry, goes to the Tobin house and starts raging hell on them. And puts a tree through their house. Doesn't take no for an answer. Steven is very angry, very upset. Ham thinks that he's going to turn into a beaver because he got beaver saliva in him. That was also a very fun bit. I enjoyed that a lot. But even the small, like, Honeybee in the bathroom and the, like, garbage being strewn everywhere and the claw marks on the doors and the beaver, as they leave, like, the diner too, the stool spinning and the coffee still being warm and the soup never being touched, you're like, this is totally, like, horror movie motifs. Kyle being like, just don't worry about the tire, just get out of here. Oh, the steak and the tire too. That just felt so horror movie. So it was just so well done. And then with Honeybee's beeline plan of just get rid of the beaver and send it down to Ted's Folly is an ingenious idea. And honestly, also the Settlers of Catan bit I thought was fun. I love that they roped that in, that the Tobins would love a game that takes 8 to 9 hours to play. And literally they, throughout the whole episode, don't make any headway into this game.
I am curious as to why a horror-themed episode in March. Obviously they knew they weren't going to be airing in September or October. So the timing seems weird, but I only watched it once, but it was a really fun episode. I want to watch it again when I can actually sit down and pay attention to it.
I think you'll dig it. You're a horror guy. You'll dig it. There's so many good little moments. And Honeybee's lines, like what the Wicker Man was that. Like she has so many lines where she name drops horror movies. And we already know she's a Final Destination buff. So this is right up her alley of having to be the hero. And they also put a question mark on the end. So you don't know if it's over or not.
Yeah.
He could come back.
Another trope. Bobbis, before you hop out of here because of spoilers, $100 does seem a bit steep, but I will say the Hot Topic issues are a little harder to come by. You got 4 of those there, and you have the comic exposure one with the zombie and the Halloween one, and of course the Mario variant cover too. If you can afford it, get it.
You can try haggling.
Yeah, you can try haggling with them. I'd say the Hot Topic ones alone are a great buy just because, again, they're hard to come by. So if you got $100, go for it. Let's see. Probably because Honeybee loves horror and is kind of thinking of it all around. Yes, girl. And way to help her feel like part of it.
Yeah, Honeybee with her like love of horror and Halloween and blood and gore. It was interesting to see her get scared. She's almost like the Louise that can't get scared, but she does in this episode. She's like, what is going on? She's actually freaked out. The Tobins are just like, I know that Scuttle Scurry no anywhere. It's Steven the Beef.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch the episode because I remember digging the parts that I was able to like actually focus on, because I usually watch these at work. But I actually had to work today, catching up on the weeks of work. But the little bits here and there, I was like, oh, bet.
There are some really good bits. I also love that they're letting Moon just kind of cuss and they're just bleeping it out at this point. They've done it in the last 2 episodes.
Which is weird because he cusses in this new episode.
He does. I love that they just bleeped it out because he's just like, I love this family.
Oh, that's because he probably said the F word.
The seller's we're settling. Yeah. But no, I have friends who play board games like that intensively, but they'll be like, oh, we're just like divvying up resources. Like, it's been 6 hours. It's just like, we haven't even started playing.
Speaking of board games, and this is just behind the scenes, me and JB are talking. Everybody else stop paying attention. Can you bring your game to Comic-Con? Bet.
Yeah.
All right.
It weighs a bunch.
If it's too much, and don't worry about it.
No, it's fine. I'm sure my lovely travel companion will probably bring a huge suitcase, so I will see if I can just store it.
And how many players?
Worst case scenario, like if I need to ship our giveaways, I'm sure a certain friend could bring them with him if I needed to, or would send me a sticker and I could just send it to him.
How many players can play? Max? 6? Okay. I'm sure we could find. I mean, JZG will be there, so maybe we can rope her into playing a game. Because I really want to do a live where we play the game.
Okay, yeah, we can try.
All right. Okay, now everybody can pay attention. Now everybody can pay attention to us.
All right. So newer episode of the Great North. I loved the damn one. It was great, and I think the Great North has literally just picked up steam because it really hasn't stopped this whole season. I feel like this season has just been banger after banger of good episodes. This is Bust a Moon Adventure, based on the Bust a Move, and this is a great episode.
I think so.
This is a Beef doing his parenting at best, and I love that he's just like, well, I'm just gonna let them get themselves into something and figure it out, because this is how they're gonna learn. And I love that he's like, Moon, you're the most mature child that I have, including Wolf. And he's like, you're the most mature one, but I have to say you're grounded indefinitely until further notice. And it's like, a pretty legit reason.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I didn't know they had a Zamboni. Why would they have a Zamboni?
Who knows? It's Alaska, so I guess anyone can just have
Maybe
one.
They have.
And then it works on the street. He just clipped 4 cars' windows or mirrors off, scraped their cars. His friend broke his arm. And then
a hairline fracture.
Yeah. Dad. And then he had owls and squirrels basically feeding and killing each other in his room.
Yeah, which I wish they would have showed what preceded that.
How he got them in there.
How that all got there. Because it's one thing to he was woken by all this commotion, but that would mean that Moon and his friends were in there doing something to lure the animals.
Yep. I love that he's like, you asked for a midweek sleepover because you had so much work that needed to get done.
A buttload.
A buttload. I believe it's an ass load.
And I hated Moon in this episode because I hate when children are so smug and they think they know anything. They don't. Kids are stupid. And I liked that Beef kind of like, you know what? I'm going to give you enough rope to hang yourself, and I'm going to be here when you learn your lesson. And also like that Wolf wasn't involved. He's like, hey, I know what's going on here. I got all my stupid out of me. I'm going to let these guys have theirs.
Good catch. Yeah, I'll have to check that. But if Moon bought a Zamboni with his dividend money, that'd be very good callback on their part.
Can't wait to do a Lone Moose back things. We have his Bust a Move one. We didn't have an episode last week. So we only have this week's. That's on us though.
Yeah. But this episode was, I think, just another stellar episode. Well written by Kevin. And Karen put this one together as the director, which had her time on Bob's and was really just crushing with these episodes she's done for the Great North. It's just really cool to see what they've done with the Great North, and that they're not pulling any punches. They're just going with it. I love that that Ham and Judy want a refrigerator so bad that they're gonna Airbnb Moon's room because he moves into Delmer's Airbnb, and the accordion dude shows up. I loved, like, as it gets worse, you see, like, they look awful. They look like zombies.
I loved Ham in this episode. The more, like, at the end when he was like threatening to kill the guy. I thought Ham was perfect in this episode. Marlena, yes, we do have Sam's segment for this show. You know, I will say this to the audience. I love Sam. Sam's great. Sam's perfect. Yep. If Sam becomes
the nicest human
if he becomes more popular than us, I will discontinue this segment.
We will claim ownership. We need to sign him to a deal where we just send him American Bob's merch or Great North merch.
It'll be the Lone Moose Minute with Mike and JB. And then we'll have to do bad European accents. Oh, there he is.
But no, like, we need to give him like pins or something. Be like, here.
We need to hook him up. He's amazing. But any parting words before we get into Sam's segment that everybody loves so much?
I just loved the message of this. I love that him and Moon made up. I love also, real quick, calling out again Principal Gibbons for being a badass and literally just being like, you punishing your kids for doing something? He's like, yep, they made dumb mistakes and they got to live with it. He's like, I can roll with that. Oh, Moon's waking up. Let's roll with this. And he's like, oh, look, buddy, lunch is over. He's like, ugh. Also, his friends, Moon's friends, suck. They're so bad.
Yeah, they're the worst.
So bad. Especially his Jamie said, I can't have nuggets after. Yeah, there's a reason.
Yeah, because you can't handle your shit.
No, none of them can. I would have lost my mind. Like, I love when he came over the hill and he's like, you got to be fudging kidding me.
Christine says, I don't think kids are dumb, though. Yeah, it's a very singular take from this guy.
But a few select members of the crowd.
Some of the crowd. Producer Abby, who I haven't seen in a minute. I got to shoot her a message. It's not very community of you, buddy. Hey, when you run the community, you can do whatever you want with that community or cult, whatever you want to call us. The cult of Mike.
Honor the tribute.
But yes, without further ado, let's get into our favorite segment, the Lone Moose Minute, with our good buddy Sam.
Hello and a very good evening to you. Hope you're having a good day so far. My name is Sam, aka to Lone Moose and Back, and welcome along to this week's edition of the Lone Moose Minute here on From North to Wharf, the segment of the show where I give my thoughts on the latest episode of The Great North, with that honour falling to the 5th episode of Season 5, Buster Moon Adventure, written by Kevin Sakia and directed by Karen Heidendahl. Now, we've had a pretty solid season so far in my opinion, the likes of the Prince of Hides adventure and Bots on the Sides adventure showcasing that perfectly. So I felt that last night's adventure was definitely another one to help back up that claim. Moon uses an old Lone Moose law to legally become an adult and get emancipated from beef after the latter grounds him, while Julie and Ham try and make some extra money to buy little frosty mini fridges by renting out Moon's room on Alaska B&B, only to end up with a tenant who is going for the Guinness World Record for non-stop accordion play, leading to sleepless nights for the Alaskan twins. Both very, very good plot lines. Thoroughly enjoyed watching Moon's time as an emancipated adult, living in what was admittedly a very cool home inside Delmer's guest cabin. I mean, I'm in my 20s, and I'd love to have a little place like Moon had, especially that arcade machine. That was pretty cool. And it's all going a long way. You can eat what he wants, you can watch what he wants, but he does learn after Henry, Russell and Debbie move in and do things like trash the house and break the rules that he laid out, that being an adult isn't all fun and games and doing what you want. I mean, you let kids get emancipated, of course they're going to take advantage of that. And I loved Moon and Beef's chat at the end, with Beef saying things like it's his job to prepare the kids for the adult world, which has rules that we have to follow, not just for our sanity. Which, speaking of, I loved Beef saying okie doke to the kids' ideas, letting them make a bad decision and seeing how it plays out, as Wolf said to Honeybee, and to make them learn their consequences and responsibilities. Really relatable, I think, to any parents watching. I know I say this a lot, but it's another fine example of Beef's great parenting. The subplot was very good as well. I liked Judy and Ham. They took in that Purnell Scramps and suffered the consequences of his record-breaking, non-stop accordion-playing attempt. I particularly enjoyed the scene of Judy and Ham doing their homework at the table, and because they didn't sleep, it is literally just all lines and squiggles. Thought that was quite funny. Also, their outburst at the end, totally valid. I'd be the same if it happened to me, especially if that person broke the record 8 hours and 4 seconds prior. Some other things I like seeing were the antics that Moon and his friends got up to on their quote-unquote school night sleepover, which included a joyride on the Zamboni from the Mighty Puck's adventure. Good to see that make a comeback. And the amount of side characters getting screen time was good as well. Delma, Henry, Russell, Debbie, Junkyard Kyle, Principal Gibbons. Great to see all of them. Also, who else thought that Nugget Tower looked pretty delicious? Because I certainly did, and I would probably end up like Russell, who had a brilliant end credit scene, didn't he, with the Russell adventure. Plus we got to see his mum's boyfriend Jamie again, having seen him previously in the Dead Moon Walking adventure credits. Overall, another great outing in Lone Moose, which I'm giving an 8.5 out of 10. That concludes this week's instalment of the Lone Moose Minute. I hope you have enjoyed watching it. Remember to follow From North to Wharf and my page if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you next week to give my thoughts on another episode I'm very excited for, Can't Hardly Debate Adventure. Until then, I've been to Lone Moose and back.
God, he's so good.
I love you, Sam.
Also, I forgot the end credits you brought up, but yeah, they did a Monty Python bit. It was so
Yes.
good.
Yes. I was not reading the comments. I was too busy trying to email this over to him.
Heavily. There were some words said.
Right,
I'm not happy.
Yeah, I messaged him like, everybody loves your stuff, man. I say Team Sam to piss off JV. I'm like, you can never piss us off. We love Sam. We love Sam so much. We are waiting for the day where he realizes he's too good for us, and he does his own thing.
I almost feel like I need to bring that Yeti Hunter shirt out of retirement and just put Team Sam under it and just.
Oh yeah, we need it.
That could be his big old Christmas gift. Send it over to him.
Yeah, I wonder where Sam and Devil Horns and Cloudy are in relation to each other. Maybe if we make like a trip over there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how close they are. I wonder if they know how close they are.
I don't know. I mean, this is our
with their
geographic
powers combined.
they could be
the end of North to Wharf.
You mentioned the episode where the Zamboni originated. Yeah, but how did they get it? I don't know. But yeah. Anything else to discuss today? I know we didn't get to the Krapopolis episode, but I mean, quick little review. I dug it.
I did too. I thought it was good.
I think Krapopolis is on the upswing. Like I mentioned 2 weeks ago, it's now a show that I look forward to seeing every week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
the last
excited.
2 episodes were good.
I agree. So Krapopolis is definitely in my weekly rotation, not because we have to watch it, but because we get to. So
I think they figured out the character dynamics a little bit. They needed to expand a little bit more of Delirium and Schlub outside of him just being the sex craze thing of like they actually can do things together that actually are good. So I think they've been working on that. And then the kids being together is usually a solid mix.
Yeah, there's no way Dirt's going to a retirement home.
No. They'll be back in the next episode.
Yeah.
And
And if they're not, check back the week after that.
And I think we've said like Aunt Dirt is going to be someone that comes in and out. They're not going to be in every episode. They just won't be.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine. You don't want to saturate that.
She'll be like a Jerry.
Yeah, they're there when they need to be.
Sam is above comparing himself to others. Yeah, he's on a whole other level. So we need to knock him down a peg.
David Attenborough level.
Yeah, it's because of the voice.
It is.
And you have these dumb American voices like we do. Doesn't come off as fancy. Who knows? Maybe next week I'll have a British accent. So we'll see.
And that'll be the end of the Lone Moose Minute.
Yeah. Then Mike will take over. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else you want to discuss, JB, in our closing minutes here? Because again, we're capping these at an hour. Whether or not we get through everything.
We are trying to.
It's for you. It's for us.
Be sure to check in next week if Todd from Toddland shows up and is able to give us some good info about what's going to be expected at WonderCon and things like that. We will definitely let you guys know if that's going to happen.
We'll
probably make a post earlier so you know.
Yeah.
So that you can have questions ready, because he's always about answering questions that he can answer.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, guys, we don't want people to be fired or get in trouble. Mm-hmm. So the goal is, if you have a question and they're like, maybe, that's good enough.
There could be some
maybe.
There could be some product reveals.
There very much could be. He's done that in the past, where a little king came out of his box and he showed that off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and
I think Wheelie also made a couple appearances. So,
yep, we were able to reveal that. So you never know. You never know what Todd's gonna bring. But it's gonna be really fun. So that'll be next week. There is talks of doing preliminary talks between JB and myself of doing trivia. It's been a while, so I'm sure people would love to do that. It's been a while. Too bad that guy's not doing this.
Not doing it. My mom says, just don't write anything political on my art.
Oh, yeah. Cheesy Pete's. But yeah, this has been From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I am one of your hosts, the jet-lagged Mike.
And I'm not. I'm JB.
JB is
Kobe. And yeah.
Yes. And we will see you next week. Goodbye. Love you all. Have fun. Stay safe.
See you guys.